YouTube, what's good? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video, guys. And today's video is on top 10 tight ends going forward in your 2020 season. Yes, I said it, your top 10 tight ends going forward in your 2020 season, guys. So let's get started. So the first guys I'm talking about, guys, and they made honorable mention. And I did my RBs earlier, guys, and I left some guys off. I should have mentioned about honorable mention, but remember, it's only my top 10, so I only can get 10 guys in, even though I might put 2 guys in one spot. So if I'm gonna do another video, not a top 10, but just to talk about some of the, maybe a couple of guys that could have been on that top 10 list, and just do a separate video on those guys. But for my tight ends today, I'm just gonna mention a couple of guys that should make honorable mention that's not on the top 10, but I'm gonna mention them. So let's get started. The first guy, guys, is Jimmy Graham. Now he's not in my top 10, but guys, you have to play Jimmy Graham if you have him, unless you can get a better tight end. And some of these guys just before him, so that's fine if you want to make a trade for some of these guys above him. But as far as just having Jimmy Graham and you just the guy that you deciding to play, that's okay, because he's a touchdown machine. And when I say touchdown machine, like that's what he does. He's not going to have 8 or 9 targets, but he can have 5 targets, and 2 of them can be for touchdowns. So that's what you're playing. You're playing for the upside of him making touchdowns, guys, because around the red zone, Jimmy Graham is 6'6", 6'7", and he's just a great red zone threat, guys. And my other guy is Eric Ebron that makes honorable mention. And the reason why I put Eric Ebron is because, guys, he plays on a great offense with a great tight end. It's a lot of mouths to feed in Pittsburgh, guys. But Eric Ebron is the red zone target, him and Claypool. So you can't be scared to play Ebron, even though there's a lot of mouths to feed. It's just kind of watch up matchups. If you know that that the team is weak against a tight end and they play in Pittsburgh, it's okay to play him. It's a matchup dependent thing. That's okay. So let's get started and going into my top 10 guys. And my number 10 guy, and this might be controversial for some people, is Logan Thomas. I love Logan Thomas. I actually love the Washington offense going forward. There are sleepers on there, and they have a quarterback to steady the ship. And so I believe Logan Thomas and Terry McLaurin and Antonio Gibson are going to have some good weeks, guys. So I love Logan Thomas at the number 10 guy, as my number 10 tight end. He's a hell of an athlete. He played quarterback at Virginia Tech. And that shows you for him to be able to play tight end in the pro game and be able to be a starter and block. It shows you what type of athlete he really is and how strong he is, and probably how good his feet is, guys. So I love Logan Thomas going forward. My number 9 tight end, guys, going forward for the 2020 season is TJ Hockenson. And it's finally his time. Kenny Galladay for Detroit went down. So now I think there's some targets to be left out there. They're not all going to Marvin Hall. So a lot of those going to go to T.J. Hockenson and stuff like that, guys, and also DeAndre Swift. But that's another video. I talked about him on my running backs video. But I love T.J. Hockenson going forward. He's a good tight end. He has a lot of upside, and he's just learning to play the game. And it takes tight ends, some tight ends, a while to learn how to play the game, guys, especially if they're not great in blocking. So let's get on to my number 8 guy. And my number 8 guy, guys, is Hunter Henry. And the reason why I'm picking Hunter Henry for my number 8 guy is because of the offense that he's on and his quarterback, which is Justin Herbert. And Herbert just is so good, guys. He's going to have opportunities to get balls and get touchdowns, too. He hasn't had like a touchdown this season yet, but it's just because of the game plan. And I think the better that the quarterback becomes, the better that Hunter Henry would become. So, guys, I love Hunter Henry. You just have to play him because there's not a lot out there at tight end, guys. So sometimes you just have to just let the chips fall where they may fall. So let's get on to my number 7 guy, guys. My number 7 guy is Jonnu Smith. And some of you might say, well, Jonnu Smith has been struggling the last couple of weeks since the injury. And that's true. But, guys, he's too talented just to be pushed out of this offense. It's possible, and I could be wrong, and I take ownership for that. But I love Jonnu Smith. He's just a beast athlete. And going down the stretch last year, he helped them win a lot of those playoffs games to put him into the championship game. So I love Jonnu Smith, guys. You just have to play him. And if he give you a dud next week and then another dud, then you have to move forward. So kind of if you see a tight end out there on this list, maybe if you have a bench spot, put him there and play Jonnu just to see what happens. And then make the decision as far as going forward if you want to keep Jonnu or another tight end. So, guys, let's get on to my number 6 guy. And my number 6 guy is Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski is older, but we know that he's just one of the best red zone threats ever. And when he was young, he's the best tight end ever. But right now, he's just a great red zone threat and a safety blanket for Tom. And Tom's looking for him in the red zone. So if you don't take him away in the red zone, they got other options that can eat you up. And I don't know if you want Mike Evans beating you, or you want the running backs running in, or you want Rob to score. It's up to you. Pick your poison. But this team has a good team, and Rob is a great blocker and a great tight end. So he's going to get a lot of playing time, guys. So I have to put him at number 6. On to my number 5 tight end, guys, is Evan Engram from the New York Giants. And Evan Engram hasn't been getting a lot of he hasn't had a lot of good games, but the targets are starting to come his way. I think Daniel Jones is learning that Evan Engram is a great player, and I have to find a way to get him the ball. So Evan Engram, guys, is so talented. He's probably the fastest tight end in the game, and he runs pretty good routes. I think he just has to expect the ball coming. He's dropped some balls that I don't know if he knew was coming to him, but that's all. Him and Danny Dimes has to get their relationship and their rapport on a better level, and their numbers will go up. So I love Evan Engram going forward. Remember, these are who's done what is who's going forward. So Evan Engram going forward will be a top 10 tight end, guys, because of his targets. He had 10 targets last week. So guys, let's get on to my number 4 guy. And my number 4 guy is Darren Waller. Now you be like, well, Darren Waller number 4? Yeah, guys. He's a great tight end. They gonna make sure they gonna try to get him the ball in that offense. I just have other tight ends that has more upside than he does above him. But Darren Waller is a great tight end, guys. There's nothing wrong. Some of these tight ends, you can have 2 tight ends on your team and play one at the flex if some of these top tier tight ends that I'm going to talk about after him. But Darren Waller is a good tight end, guys. He's going to have 7 to 10 targets a game if the weather is good. So let's get on to my number 3 guy. My number 3 guy, and this is the guy that I just traded for this past week, and it's Noah Fant, guys. And Noah Fant, he's been injured, but I believe now with Drew Lock being healthy, that Noah Fant's his targets are going to go up, and then he's going to start getting more touchdowns because him and Lock has a good rapport. So I love Noah Fant going forward, guys, just because of Drew Lock and how Drew Lock tries to get Fant the ball, and that's important. We're trying to get targets, especially when it comes to the tight end position. They can give you duds, but if they're getting a lot of targets, that makes you feel better and feel safer. So let's get on to my number 2 guy, guys, and it's Mark Andrews. And Mark Andrews here, he has some duds, but guys, this offense ain't gonna do nothing but get better as far as Baltimore Ravens and with Lamar Jackson. Now, I believe that Mark Andrews needs to stay healthy, and for Lamar Jackson, but as long as he's healthy, guys, he's going to have a 2 touchdown game. So I'm not. Now, if I could trade Andrews for Fant and maybe another top tight end or something like that, yeah, I wouldn't be against trading him, but it's okay to keep him too. He just hasn't hit yet because, you got to give Lamar Jackson some time. They going through a little tough time now, but I believe going down the stretch, Lamar Jackson can finish as almost a number 1 quarterback or a top 3 quarterback. So, and that means Andrew numbers are going to go up too. So if you don't like it, guys, I understand that. This trade, make sure you trade in for a better tight end, like maybe a Fant is okay, a Waller's okay, but anybody else, I'm not doing it, guys. I'm not trading for Gronkowski or Jonnu Smith. So don't take that trade. Maybe package him in with another player to get something else. But Mark Andrews is a good tight end, so he's my number 2 tight end. So I wouldn't put him at number 2 if I didn't think he was going to be good going forward. Okay, guys, and my number 1 tight end, I think everybody know this, is Travis Kelce. Yes, I said it, Travis Kelce, guys. And Travis Kelce, guys, he's basically a receiver in this offense. He's been killing. He's been blowing the tight end spot up. No other tight end is competing with him. I mean, he's getting 20. He's had 20 points the last couple of weeks, guys, and no other tight end has had that. So if you got Travis Kelce, you have an arm and a leg up on everybody else that you're playing because nobody else tight ends have been hitting those ceilings like that, guys. So Travis Kelce is a great tight end to play for the rest of your season. You keep him on your team. You can even play him as a flex, like a receiver, and get you another tight end, guys. So, guys, I'm not gonna hold you up on this tight end video. I hope you thumbs up this video of the tight ends, guys. Give me a thumbs up, and also, guys, subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna keep giving you cutting edge information. Thank you. Have a blessed day.